Yeah, good morning, guys, and welcome to today's video. It's Kingz speaking. So yesterday, I dropped for all 15 games, and out of the 15, 12 of them was successful, but 3 was a flop. And out of that 3, we have Aston Villa versus West Ham, Fulham. Sorry, they refused to give us 1.5 goals. And then we have in the Bosnia in Herzegovina, we have Syracuse versus Barak. They couldn't give us over 1.5 goals. And then we have Inter Milan versus Verona again. They couldn't give us over 1.5 goals. All right, but at least it was a good day, if I may say. 15 games, we had 12 and 3 failed. Okay, today again we also have 15 days. You guys know that this is weekend. It won't always be like this. And I want you to make use of, make proper use of these 15 games. You can edit this video. Just pick, try and pick 2 odd out of this whole 15 games. How do you do it? Okay, let's just say the first game here, you're looking at Armenia Premier League, and then you're seeing Punic versus BKMA. So if I tell you that something is going to be over 1, you might just want to go with over 0. If I tell you straight win, you might go with win or draw. If I just try and touch it, okay, retouch it, and trust me, you're going to always come out with at least 2 odd. Coming out with 2 odd, even if it doesn't go through every day, at least if you go through most of the days that it fails, then you're making a profit. Okay, that is the reason of me bringing out a whole lot of games. You should edit. On my Twitter account yesterday, I dropped 2 odd by into 2. 1 was successful, 1 failed, and I just want you to know that you can always do that. Pick. You must not stake all. Like I always tell you, don't stake everything that I drop here. Pick few out of them, and trust me, you always win more than you fail. Okay, so like that yesterday again, I told us that there are some games that interest me that yesterday, and that was Arsenal. Like I told us that Arsenal will get at least 1 goal. Arsenal only got 1 goal. Bournemouth won them at home. Imagine. Then Strasbourg versus PSG. I also told us that Strasbourg is going to get a goal because PSG has already won the league. So I knew that they wouldn't play that game with all of the squad because they have Champions League match with Arsenal, coming in the future. So they would always like to rest their good player or the best players so that there wouldn't be any injury problem because the match ahead is what is at stake for them. All right, then the next game again, I told us about Leipzig. Yes, I told us about Leipzig scoring against Bayern Munich, and they almost won Bayern Munich. Okay, that was 3-3 at the end of the 90 minutes. So that is just it, and then we are looking at today's games. I want you to know that you should like this video. Okay, just like this video, like it, and go ahead and subscribe so that you won't miss out on my videos anytime I drop a new video. This is a new channel, and I promise you that I will always put in my best. Football is dynamic, and this is the end of the season. Like everything is happening in a way that you don't expect, but trust me, we will always get better. All right, so today the first game we're going to look at the Armenia Premier League, and we have Punic versus PKMA. Sorry. All right, what is my pick on this game? I pick over 1.5 goals. Yeah, out of their last 5 meetings, they have all played over 1.5 in the games. And then PKMA, they are staying at home and they have scored 50 goals out of 50 points, and they have considered only 28. Then BKMA has scored 38 and considered 46. Yeah, like the last 5 games also, they have scored 1.5 out of the 5. and then the last 5 games they have scored over 1.5 throughout. So I believe what I am giving you over 1.5 is the best pick in this particular game. Let's go for the best. And the next game we're talking about Austria Bundesliga. We have BW Linz versus Sturm Graz. Okay, my pick again over 1.5 goals. Their last 5 meetings they have all had over 1.5. And then let's look at the position in the table. Sturm Graz away is seated second position with 33 points. Then BW Linz is seated sixth position with 20 points. Sturm Graz has scored a lot of goals, 59 with 33 concedes. So I believe, from their last 5 meetings, and then from the last 5 games here, BW Linz at home have always scored. Yeah, and then Sturm Graz away, having scored a lot of goals, will also score. So I believe this should be a kind of go, but to be on the safer side, I'm giving us like of 1.5 goals. That is the best pick. So many things can affect our prediction in football. I keep on saying it. You predict a game, then along the line, a player gets a red card. The referee, starts blowing in a biased way. Injury to key players. So many things affect predictions, and after everything, it doesn't go the way you predict them. That doesn't mean that you are bad. Okay, so like over 1.5, I believe is good for this game. Yeah, very, very good. Then we talk about the next game that is here, and that is the same Austria Bundesliga. We have Rapid Vienna versus Wolfsberger. So in the last 5 games, it has been over 1.5 throughout. And then looking at where they are in the table, Wolfsberger has scored 55 and conceded 35 with 30 points. 3 on the table. Rapid, 5th on the table, 36 goals, conceded 35, and they are 21 on points. So the last 5 games, they have played, they played over 1.5 in 4 out of the 5. Then the away team, the same thing, 4 out of the 5. So I believe this is the best prediction you can give to this team. Wolfsberger is good, they have been scoring a lot, and Rapid too have been scoring at home. So the best match I can pick is the over 1.5 goals. And the next game here, we're looking at Bosnia and Herzegovina Premier Liga. Okay, the season is almost coming to an end, and trust me, throughout the break, these are the leagues, or the kind of leagues that will be sustaining us. Even though we don't know them much, but we have to keep trying. All right, Bosnia, we have Zajanica versus Sloboda. All right, in the last 5 games, they've played over 1.5 3 times out of 5. Well, this particular game, I don't think we have to rely on their past, the head-to-head, but looking at the present table, the present league, Zeljanica has 53 points and they are on 4th position. Sloboda has just 8 points out of 28 games. They are worst. And then I believe that this is a free game for Zeljanica. Like it is a kind of free game. Imagine having scored 45 goals and considered 31 with 53 points, playing against someone that has just 12 goals, that has considered a whole 56 with just 8 points out of 28 games. Man, if Zeljanica doesn't smash them, okay, their last meeting, Zeljanica beat them comfortably 3-0, and in this one, I believe they should even have more than 2 goals. But to be on the safer side, at least the over 1.5 is up to 1.20 odd. We'll go with that, over 1.5 goals. All right, guys, and the next game here, we're looking at Bulgaria Pro Liga, and we're looking at Botev versus Spartak Varna. What do I go for? Any team to score 3 or more goals in a row? No. Okay, look at the last 5 games. They haven't scored much. 1-0, 0-1, 2-1, 1-1, 3-2. On the table, they seated as 2nd and 3rd position. So they're looking to stay in the top 4. The strength is almost the same. So I believe none of those two teams, are going to score each other 3. So like it's going to be any team to win 3 or more goals in a row. No. All right, the next game here we have Cyprus. We're looking at Cyprus First Division, and we're looking at Omonia versus Apollon Limassol. Omonia versus Apollon Limassol. In the last 5 games, they have played over 1.5. I mean, the last head-to-head, they have played over 1.5 throughout. Okay, and then we look at them on the table. Omonia at home is seated 4th position with 61 points. Apollon is seated 6th with 46 points. Okay, look at them here. That's almost 18 points almost. Okay, Omonia at home, yeah, the last 5 games has been over 1.5 throughout, and then Apollon, they have scored over 1.5 4 times out of the 5. Well, I believe this is also the best pick for them, over 1.5 goals, because they are good with it. All right, so the next game we're looking at Spartak Prague versus Jablonek, and this is from the Czech 1 Liga. Okay, Czech 1 Liga. The last 5 games they have played over 1.5, and Spartak Prague has won throughout. They have won 13 times, and then Jablonek only won 1 time, and they had 6 draw in the last 19 head-to-head. Okay, so looking at them on the table, Spartak Prague is seated 4th position. Whoa. Jablonek 5th. Spartak Prague has 62 points. Jablonek has 54 points. There's a gap between the both teams, and Spartak Prague is seated 4th in the table, but still, they will still have to try and maintain that position. The last 5 games, Spartak Prague has played throughout of 1.5, and then the away team, they haven't been much goals in their game in the last 5 matches. But I think Spartak Prague shouldn't relent. I believe this goal will be kind of tight, but I still expect over 1.5 in this particular game. I expect that's the best thing I can see here. I expect over 1.5 goals. All right, the next one we're looking at Denmark Superliga. We're looking at Denmark Superliga, and we have Midtjylland versus Aarhus, over 1.5 goals still. The last 5 games meetings has been over 1.5 throughout. And looking at Midtjylland's last 5 games of 1.5 throughout, Aarhus the 17 of 1.5 goals throughout. So we're going with over 1.5 goals. Chelsea versus Liverpool. I think this is the star match of the day. What do you think about this particular game? Let me know your predictions on the comment section. Please, please, and please use this particular moment to like this video. It doesn't take anything away from you. Like this video if it provides any value for you. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, share this video among your friends. Okay, let them know about us, let them know what we do, and let them see, yes, that they can get good predictions from this side, this particular channel. Okay, having believed you've done that, let's go ahead. What do you think Chelsea Liverpool will end? Okay, the first leg this season, Liverpool beat Chelsea 2-1 after Chelsea has scored the first goal. Okay, 2-1, and I believe in this particular game too, I believe that both teams will score. Yes, I believe that both teams will score. Liverpool have almost carried the league. They will play, but Chelsea too want to, they want to stay, or they want to be in the top 4, and in order to go to Champions League next season. And I believe they will score a goal here. They will score a goal. I believe both teams are going to score. Okay, so the next game, we still in the England Premier League. We have West Ham versus Tottenham. Actually, West Ham at home, over 1.5, because in the last 5 games they have played over 1.5. Okay, and coming to the last 5 games of West Ham, they have played around 1.5 4 times out of 5. Tottenham the same thing, 4 times out of 5 of 1.5. So 1.5 is best for this particular games. You might look at them and see other possible predictions, but these are mine own. If you have, or if you see something different, just comment. Say your mind on the comment section. That is why it is there. Okay, you might be the one that is right after everything. Okay, the next game, France League 1, we have Brest Montpellier of 1.5. Yeah, you can see the last 5 games of 1.5 throughout. Brest have played of 1.5 throughout the last 5 games also. And then I believe this is the best pick I can give for them. Brest Montpellier of 1.5 goals. All right, the next game we're looking at Netherlands Eredivisie, Sparta Rotterdam versus 20. What is my pick? Still of 1.5. In fact, we picked mostly today of 1.5 goals, and let's see how it goes. Of 1.5 can be dicey sometimes, but you know, if that's the best thing you see, you can pick them. All right, Sparta Rotterdam is the last 5 games of 1.5 throughout 20, the same thing. So this is the best pick I can give them. All right, Vikings versus Strasbourg. This is Norway Eliteserien, and then we're looking at the last 5 games. They've played over 1.5 out of, like 4 times out of 5. I mean, their last head-to-head, 5 times head-to-head. Okay, and okay, they just started. Viking has played 6 games, 21 goals, and 12 concedes 12 with 13 points. The last 5 games has been over 1.5 throughout. Strasbourg, the last 4 games actually has been over 1.5. Yeah, so 1.5 would do. Okay, and then we're looking at the Saudi Arabia. We're looking at Saudi Arabia Professional League. Al-Nassr, Cristiano Ronaldo team is playing Al Ittihad, which happens to be the number 1 on the table. Well, in the last 4 games, 4 encounter, they have played goal, both teams to score all throughout. And that is my pick on this particular game. Yep, both teams to score. Al Ittihad only have 8 points ahead of Al-Nassr, which is third, or which sits third on the table. Al-Nassr staying at home will try and score. Like, it will be a both team to score game here. I say it. Okay, then we talk about Spanish La Liga, which happens to be our last game for today, and we see Madrid versus Celta Vigo. Madrid, I don't want to, look at. In fact, head-to-head state is that Madrid has won them 5 times out of the last 5 head-to-head. Okay, and in this particular one, Madrid, whether you like it or not, you need this game. But Barcelona is seated first position, and Madrid will do anything possible to get them down, or to give them a run. Barca is with 5 goals ahead, 79 points, but Madrid is 72, and then they are playing Celta Vigo, which is 7th on the table. Man, what are they waiting for? Celta Vigo, I know, are also trying to be in the Europa or conference, but I know that Madrid can do this. Having done it the last 5 times, they can still do it because they needed it most. Okay, at home they have not been that fantastic. They have struggled, but I believe they should win this particular game. Okay, if they don't win it, then woe to Madrid. Okay, all right, guys, and that is it for today. 15 games. Pick. I advise us to pick, select, go around, go through these games by yourself, and pick the ones that goes well with your spirit. You might be lucky, and if you win, don't hesitate to come to the comment section and let us know. Okay, that is the only way you support this ministry. All right, guys, like this video, please. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. It's very important. That is the support you give me. Subscribe to the channel and share this video. Okay, and then I will see you after this game. All right, in my next video tomorrow.